And just like that, that brings us to now. We've got the roof on, but we've got a couple little things to actually finish off the trim for the roof. You can see we've got a beautiful little skylight sliver down the middle of the roof, which I don't really want. And we've got our eaves that need, or not the eaves, the fascia that needs the fascia trim. So let me take you over here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, and also address some of the comments that we had about the foam filler strips that I was using. So you can see on this last panel, there's foam filler strip along that whole thing, and that's to keep the bugs out, rodents, all of that kind of stuff. Up here, you can see there's daylight coming through all those gaps. So you would think, well, why didn't you put a filler strip up there? The answer to that is we're doing something a little bit different up there. So I will show you guys kind of that whole process today. That's what we're going to be working on. I've got my corner trim right here. They're 20 foot long. I've got our ridge vent here, which also, that's a good question to answer. I did have a lot of people asking, what are you going to do? Are you going to put those wind turbines up there like that? That's a wind turbine. Are you going to put those wind turbines in the roof to ventilate it? What are you going to do? We're doing a ridge vent, which is what this is. So it will be vented along the whole middle of that unless we decide to do spray foam, in which case it'll get all spray foamed and closed off and you don't need that vent. So that would be a little bit different, but spray foam is also about $10,000 for this shop, which seems to me to be outrageous. So we may go out and find a different solution to the insulation problem. If you guys have any ideas, leave a comment down below. That is kind of the process. That's kind of what we're going to be working on right now, is getting that ridge vent and the trim all up. I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to the trim. I think what we do is we start with the side. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. We'll do the two sides and then the middle roof vent. And I think that should work pretty well. What do you think, Mav?
I like it.
You like it? Are you building some stuff down here? So I got trim screws for the trim, and yeah, I don't know. I think the best thing for this is just going to be to set it up here, measure it out, hope it's all lined up, make sure it'll work, and then screw it down, I guess. Oh, that looks beautiful, folks. So I got that first screw in there, and it looks pretty good. It's just kind of holding everything in place. But I do need to trim off to square it up. Actually, I might be able to get the other side and slide that underneath. That's beautiful, folks. It's cold today, if you can't tell. It's cold. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get the other side. We'll slap it on there and join these two in the middle. And then we'll have to throw just, a bunch of screws in it. Not the greatest at cutting this. Takes a little bit of practice, I guess, but I think I'll get it figured out. Yeah, bud. You're gonna go in the house?
Yeah, 'cause it's pretty cold out.
Yeah, that's great. That trim piece looks so good on there, matching it up. But there is a little, you know, what we gotta do is, you can see there is about an inch. Oh wow, y'all can't see. So you can see we've got about an inch gap between this trim and this trim. So I'm just gonna make sure we keep that the same all the way down, which will help to square up and straighten up our vertical trim on both sides. Beautiful. So we've got the, it's getting hot now that I'm working, the ridge vent here. And what I'm gonna do to keep the bugs out, but also let it ventilate, is I've got these different filler strips. So this is gonna go right like this. Okay, this is a universal strip, so you can see the texture that it's got. And so it will go over, obviously, the ridges. Oh, that's gonna look so good. So good. Okay, I need one more piece of filler strip. That's pretty good. So what I need to do is actually run a string line across the whole ridge to the other side, so that as I line these ridge caps up, they're not leaning to one side or the other. We can keep them in a straight line. At least that's the goal. And I think I can figure out how to do that. Let's grab the string line down here, and then we'll probably throw a sheet up temporarily on the other end. And that will give us, hopefully, kind of a marking point of where this should go. Had to run down there, just double check, make sure we look straight, and it looks straight to me. This is amazing. I love it. I didn't think I was gonna have this done before it rained, because I thought it was gonna rain earlier today, but now forecast isn't calling for rain until dark. So I mean, I'm cruising right along. I'm halfway there. I got one side done plus half of the roof, half of the ridge beam, ridge vent. So we should be, I mean, I'm just cruising. It's going really good. This is the biggest project I've ever done, the biggest building I've ever built. I've done a lot of remodeling, a lot of, well, actually, I did build a house. I get a lot of comments asking, how did I learn how to do all this kind of stuff? This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Metal trusses, metal roof, metal building. But in high school, they had the best class that I ever took in school, which was a construction class. It was for the first 2 class periods every day. So I'd show up at 7:30 or 8 o'clock and it would go until 11. We showed up the first day of school with a bare lot. No foundation, no wall, no nothing. Just a bare lot. And we spent the entire year, we dug the foundation, we poured the concrete, we built the basement, we built the floor, we built the walls, we built the roof, we did all the drywall, we did all the flooring, we did all the tile work. And that is where I learned how to do everything that I know how to do now. So that class has paid off in more ways. I mean, from that class, I then went and started my own construction company. And I also worked for a landscaping company for 1 or 2 summers when I was 15, 16. And then, so I was doing landscaping and then mostly house remodels. I did finish a couple of basements, but I quickly learned I hate doing drywall. So moved to just mostly doing remodels, bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, doing a lot of tile work. Did quite a bit of flooring, the luxury vinyl flooring, and things like that. But that's kind of where I picked it up, and it's just taken off from there. And it's to the point now where I see a project like this and I'm like, I think I could do that. And I do a bunch of research, try and figure stuff out. And eventually we end up with something like this that's hopefully going to be unlike anything y'all have ever seen before. It's definitely coming along, and I'm ecstatic that every step of the way I'm not running into any big hurdles. It's been amazing. We've been able to kind of keep everything straight, keep everything square, and keep just getting one thing done at a time, and eventually we end up with a roof. So it's been really, really cool. It's been a really fun project too. I love being able to be out here and work on it. So that's enough chit chat. Let's finish this off. Come on, Bubba. All right, so we're actually, I got putting up the last one on there, and then Marcy came out and was like, do you need to go anywhere? And I was like, well, no. And then she was like, well, wait, we got to order the sheet metal for the rest of the shop, which is true. Let me put Harvey in and I'll explain to you what we're doing. So if you guys saw yesterday's video, we got the main portion of the roof done, and I'm just about finished with the trim. You can see I've got 1 and a 2-foot piece left. It's ready to get screwed up, but that's when Marcy interrupted, which is fine because we're trying to do this around our scheduling with the boys' naps. So you can see the second section of roof. There's a 6.5-foot strip there and a 6.5-foot strip there that we need to order the metal roof for. If y'all remember, it takes 3 to 4 days for the metal to get here. It's Monday, meaning if I order that metal today, it will get here Wednesday. Wednesday, we're supposed to have really bad weather, but Thursday, it would be cleared up, and Friday, it's supposed to be like pretty good. I mean, it's still gonna be cold, but I think I can probably like get to that point to where I'm ready to put that second roof on. But if I wait till then to order it, then it pushes us back even further. So we're gonna go get that ordered and pick up a couple other little things that I need to work on for the roof. So all that to say, we're going to the metal supply store. It looks so good from here though. I mean, just look at that shop, y'all. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. And then once the shop is done and everything, we're going to redo the exterior of our house, the roof, all of the house is going to get redone on the outside, which I know people are like, well, you should have done the house first. No, we shouldn't have done the house first. We need a place to put stuff, to work on stuff, to have a place to build and to do projects and to do all these different things. I've gone long enough without a place to store stuff, and things just get trashed. Stuff gets dirty. You can't stage stuff, you know, like all the roofing stuff we can stage in the shop now, like all of that kind of stuff. The siding for the house we can stage in there. So the shop's got to be first. And we're all okay with that because the deal kind of was like, let's get the inside of the house done because that's where Marcy spends most of her time with the kids. And then we'll move to the shop, and then we'll move to the outside of the house. That's just the way we decided that is best for us. So if you don't like it, it's not your house. We made it. We made it. We haven't been here for a couple of weeks. Home sweet home. This is where I spend all my money. Let's go spend some more of it. Well, that was eventful. We got everything ordered. I actually had to end up ordering a bunch of extra trim. Good thing I asked them, hey, does this trim, do you have it in stock? Because a lot of times they have some of this trim in stock, but they didn't. So we actually ordered a bunch of J trims, Z channel, and the metal, which, yeah, it should be all the metal that we need to finish the roof. Ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Slightly raining. Okay, go in. So Marcy's going to put the boys down while I finish, or not put the boys down. She's going to feed them, and then I'm going to go put the boys down to their naps. But while she's feeding them, I'm going to go finish that last piece.
Inside the house.
You didn't either.
I was never going.
Go, Mavy. Let's go, Pax. Come on, Paxton. Come on, Pax. Well, the roof is getting slick. It's not raining, it's just like misting. So thankfully, I'm done up here for right now, which I'm glad because, yeah, it's getting a little bit sketchy out here with how slippery it's got. So I'm kind of working on a couple of things. Since the roof is too wet, I was going to go up there, go put the purlins on the second section of roof to get that ready to put the metal up. But with it being wet up there, it's awful to work on. So I figured, hey, why don't I get in here? I've got a couple of little things left to finish off, like this wire. We were one wire short. Marcy went and picked it up a couple of weeks ago, and it's ready to go up. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is get the final bracing wire up, and should go fairly quickly since I've done about, I don't know, 20 of these. Kind of got it figured out at this point. Honestly, don't know if I 100% need it, but I've got it, and it's supposed to go here. So why would I not put it in? If y'all want to see a video of how these are actually put together, you can check it out. We have a whole video of putting up these wires, these bracing wires. They're really fairly simple. It is so crazy to stand up here and have a roof. So crazy. So I marked this with some electrical tape, and then I grabbed my cutter, which I have no idea where it is, cut it, and then crimp the other side, tighten it up, and I'm done. Come on, how much extra do I have here? You gotta be joking me, you freak. See if I can get this to work. Cut that one. Too close. It's gonna be a close call. Let's see if we can make it work. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful! Okay, well, now that is officially finished off. This whole section that has roof panels on it is finished up. And I can't wait to get the second section done. It's gonna be insane. I did talk to the electrician, and this week's weather is not very good. But that's kind of what we're hoping. I'm hoping this week is to rent the trencher and all that kind of stuff. Come in here, trench this, and get the power brought out to this Connex, and then it will go from this side, and we'll run our lights, our electrical to the other container, all of that kind of stuff. But with the weather this beginning of this week, I'm not 100% sure what or when that is going to happen, or if I'm going to be able to rent that equipment this week, even because the issues that we've got. But I've got another little project that I got to go work on. I'll bring y'all with me. Welcome to the Wellhouse. If y'all live in the countryside, this is what you got to deal with. It's kind of a mess in here. Thankfully, oh gosh, what the heck. Thankfully, it has worked great for us this year, and we didn't have any pipes freeze, which is obviously one of the most important things. I'm going to turn off the breaker here because I don't want the water to kick on, because I'm going to be disconnecting it. Okay, so that's off. So we got this water softener in here that is doing nothing. I may actually pull it out today. I wonder if it'll fit through that door. I don't know if I planned on that. But what we have is an issue where we are getting a ton of air in our water system. Like when you turn on the shower or turn on any of the water, it goes and it just constantly does it. And so we have a leak here somewhere, and I think it's right at the connection point right here. And so I'm gonna try and put a bunch more hose clamps on it and see if I can get it fixed, because it is a very, very annoying thing, and we've dealt with it for far too long. So let's try and fix it. Originally, I used like Harbor Freight clamps. I'm pretty sure the one I've got right here in my hand is the nicer one, but it may not be. Yep, same exact ones. I don't know where it's leaking. I thought it was coming out of here, but there's no water coming out of here, which makes me think maybe it's not. But I have pulled this out before and had it apart, rebuilt it, put it back together. It's just it's a strange situation. I'm guessing this probably is not going to fix my problem. The more I think about it, I'm like, this isn't leaking water at all, which if it was letting air in, it would be letting air out. So there's a good chance we actually have a hole somewhere between, you know, here and 100 foot down, and that's causing the issue. I thought I had it fixed last year when I took out a section. It could be that that joint that I put together is letting air or water in or out. There's a good chance of that. So what I need to do really is pull this apart, take it all out, replace the poly tube, and start over. So yeah, not a very convenient thing to have to deal with, but I think that's probably what the problem is. I think I'm going to plan to just replace all of that. So y'all see that in a future video. Time to rebuild. I mean, I got the Wellhouse built pretty good, but I think it's time to redo the entire interior water softening system. The problem is a whole house water system like that is thousands and thousands, I mean like $10,000 to do a legit in-home system. So that's not really an option. We're making do with it as it is. Oh, flip. I was trying to save that to see if I could fix it, but I think it's too far gone. It never worked, honestly, from when we installed it. It came with the house and it had sat out for years and years and years. I'm afraid it's garbage.
I guess everything came to an abrupt halt outside. Crandall came in and it was like his motivation to continue working turned into Harvey needing him. Crandall is Harvey's favorite person in the world. Look at, Mevy, move your feet real quick. Oh, he moved it. I was gonna say, like, look how he has his hand, like, slightly wrapped around you. Anytime Harvey has got up today, he's only made it, or in the last hour and a half, he's only made it, like, 30 feet from Crandall before he's crying again. Harv has both bottom teeth.
Yeah.
He's both bottom teeth coming in. Poor kiddo.
Hopefully he'll be okay here in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you gave him medicine.
I gave him some medicine to
ready to go
hopefully
play?
help with some of that swelling. He's had a stuffy nose and like a runny nose and been holding his mouth for the last 2 days, so we knew it was coming, but...
Get down, Bubba. Want me to get you?
Can you tell everybody, Mavi's learning letters of the day. Hey, Mavi. Mavi, time to be a superstar, bud.
Okay, listen to Mom. Listen to Mom.
Mavi.
What letter did you learn today?
What letter did you learn today?
Huh?
Did he say G?
Cheetah.
No, G.
No?
K.
Last guess.
Last guess, or you're going to prison.
No.
What letter does Maverick's name start with? If I don't go grab those from him, he will have them open in about 3 seconds. He's our opener here.
Welcome to my life, everybody. Bags and chips. Bags is over here. No, honey. Honey, this is an unopened bag of chips. Leftover bag of chips from our Super Bowl party we didn't have. Crandall and I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Hey, you want something? You want one of these? You want some chips, huh? You want a mango? This is what we call the 4 o'clock slump. It's kind of crazy in here. This is how our 4 o'clocks are pretty much every day. How do you ask? Honey, you have to ask nicely. Say, please, can I have one? No, Harvey, you're not asking back. Ask mommy, look. Say, please, can I have one? Say, please, can I have one? You're welcome. Okay, so 4 o'clock is like our slump hour. Maverick is trying to learn letters of the day, and we're having a hard time because he's so smart, and I think his brain just wants to put up a fight. But here we have it right here. Mommy, what letter was this?
Tia.
No. What's your name?
I can't remember.
You can't remember your name? What is it?
Tia.
Ma.
Meow.
What?
Ma.
Ma. Yeah, that it makes a ma sound.
Ma. Ma.
You're close. My name starts with it too, huh? What's my name?
Mama.
Mama.
Maverick.
Maverick. Oh, please don't do that. Remember last time we broke them off?
Yeah.
Mama, Maverick. No, Mavi, I just asked you not to do that. What letter was it?
Tia.
M. What?
M.
M. And what sound does it make? No, what sound? Ma. No, that's what words, but it makes a ma sound.
It's a rainy day, folks. It's awful. It got so slippery out there, y'all saw. And then it actually started raining. I did get some of the stuff kind of picked up out there a little bit, some of the trash. But I think the next thing we're waiting for is the electrician stuff. Which means I need to go drive over there, pick up the equipment, and come back and do it.
No.
But it needs to be a good enough day that you don't get it just sunk in mud the whole time.
Exactly.
So,
we're kind of at a weather hold, honestly, which is really annoying.
yeah. Ugh. Weather's the...
You're ignoring this.